We're going from the last big meeting of the January 6th committee to what may be the greatest World Cup final match ever played. It's The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Monday, December 19th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. Later today, the January 6th committee will hold its final public meeting. The House panel will vote on referring former President Donald Trump for criminal charges. This will conclude an 18-month examination of the 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. The meeting will precede the release of the panel's final report. It's expected to be the most comprehensive story yet of the events leading up to the attack. Today's meeting is set to begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have live coverage on WashingtonPost.com. Number 2. Nations reached an agreement to slow the loss of nature worldwide. Nearly 200 countries at a UN conference pledged this morning to protect almost a third of the Earth's land and oceans as a refuge for wild plants and animals. The agreement is to do this by the end of the decade. If the nations follow through, it could help turn the tide in an ongoing extinction crisis. And to give you a sense of how bad that crisis is right now, scientists have warned that about 1 million species could be wiped out. Number 3. Expulsions at the U.S. border could end this week. The controversial policy, known as Title 42, has allowed U.S. border officials to quickly expel asylum seekers since March of 2020. This was put in place by the Trump administration at the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic. The Biden administration has been trying to end it. On Friday, a federal appeals court rejected a Republican challenge to the White House attempt to stop it. That means that Title 42 could be done on Wednesday, unless the Supreme Court intervenes. Should Elon Musk step down as the head of Twitter? That's our 4th story today. Musk launched a poll last night asking whether he should step down. Millions voted, and most agreed that he should go. The big question now is whether he'll actually go. Musk has abided by past polls, even though they're unscientific. It's not immediately clear how much would change if he does step down as chief executive, considering he would still own the company. Number 5. Parents are struggling to get hospital beds for kids with flu and RSV. Some children have been transported out of their states for care. Others have waited for days to be placed in hospital beds, and emergency rooms are overflowing. There's an overlapping surge of childhood infections, and since the year 2000, there's been nearly a 1/3 drop in the number of U.S. hospitals offering pediatric services. Number 6. Hanukkah began yesterday at sundown. Known as the Festival of Lights, the holiday is widely celebrated among American Jews, and it's marked with a mix of fried foods, candles, gifts, and games. But a surge of anti-Semitic incidents have left many American Jews feeling vulnerable and even frightened as the 8-day holiday gets underway. And number 7, Lionel Messi led Argentina to a victory in one of the most captivating World Cup final matches ever.
Argentina, you can cry. You can cry tears of joy for Lionel Messi. After 17 years and 172 games with Argentina, he is finally a World Cup winner.
The game ended in a penalty shootout, and y'all, my heart is still recovering. Argentina scored 4 to France's 2. This all followed a 3-3 draw yesterday in Qatar. Argentina is the world champion for the first time since 1986. And Messi, who is 35, finally added the last piece of glory to his extraordinary career. The Women's World Cup is this coming summer in Australia and New Zealand, and the next men's tournament is in 2026 in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And just like that, you're all caught up. And if you're hoping for a white Christmas, check your city's chances for snow. You'll find that in the link to our show notes. I'm Jeff Pierre. I will meet you back here tomorrow.